Ridge.
Oak Ridge, I'm going to Ridgers too, right there.
Campbell County, Walker Valley. I think that may get ugly. I'm going to go Walker Valley.
I'm going to go Walker Valley.
I'm going Walker Valley too. Central at Sevier County.
You know, Sevier County's better than people think. I'm going to go Sevier County.
Yes, sir.
Sevier County.
Yes, sir. Me too.
We've got 3 big college games.
3 big college games. Bama, LSU.
I'm going to take Bama.
Bama.
I'm going to take LSU.
Ooh,
LSU.
very possible.
I'm going Bama. I'm a Bama fan right there. Georgia, Missouri.
Go Georgia in a big one.
Well, can they both lose? Nah, I'm going to go Georgia.
Yep.
All right. Hey, thanks so much for coming out. Mike, appreciate you coming
Thank
to
you.
the
Appreciate you,
show.
Mike.
It's a real treat to see you. We'll be back next week on the Davey Gillum Show.
Hello, welcome back to another exciting episode of Graham's Gridiron Guidance. I'm your host, Coach DJ Pendergrass, here with the greatest, here with the guru, here with the one, the only. Coach Kwayu Graham, how you doing?
Doing well. Another busy day.
Coach, it's been a busy week for you.
Busy month.
I looked at the time script for this week,
Yeah.
and I like to put in the work, Coach. You've been putting in some good work.
For the script, that's a show, but right now it's getting ready for the Rivalry Showcase All-Star Game, and I basically run that deal, and it's going to be a great game this year. We had to change the venue from Bearden, which would have been unbelievable.
Yeah.
But from Bearden to Sevier County, and Sevier County is signed everybody that wants it. The funny thing was, I know the AD at Clinton, and he was like, "Hey man, what about Clinton?" And I said, "Well, it's been at Oak Ridge, it's been in Anderson County. We got to get out of county for a couple of years.
Right.
We'll come back through here." But just with that, and being blessed to be a part of that and putting that together, and it's going to be a great game. East Tennessee's loaded.
Yeah.
Loaded.
Is that with the Anderson County boys that's at running backs?
Well, I'm going to tell you what Coach O said. Coach O Savette, the head coach at Heritage. Clinton played Heritage last week.
Yeah.
And I went to the game, and I went with my granddaughter Halloweening. And my mom called me, said her and Miss Coquit, that's a road dog, went to that game at because I think the Oak Ridge played Thursday night.
They did.
They went to that game at Clinton and said, "Why don't you come on out here?" You know, I said, "Well, we were in our pajamas." Put it on, and when I got there at halftime, it was like a blowout. And I was like, "Oh, man." So I said, I went on in, and so my grandbaby could see my mother, and next thing you know, it was a game.
Yeah,
but
they came back.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good game. But when I finally got after the game, I seen Coach O. If you know anything about Coach O, he used to be the tight end coach at UT.
Okay.
And you know anything about him, he's a fiery dude, man.
Yeah.
And I thought he was upset about the game, but he said, "Hey, Coach, y'all ain't seen my offense yet. That All-Star game, you better tell whoever do the fireworks to go get some more. You better tell him, because I'm going to light it up." Because the running back from Clinton, they actually gave him the ball this week.
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
And he said, "You give me Dozier, Goins, and Moog. Hey, I'm finna light it up.
Listen,
I'm finna light it up."
That's representing Anderson County to the fullest.
Hey, I didn't think about that.
Shout out to Anderson County
did not think about
as
that.
a
You're
whole. Clinton, Oak Ridge, and Anderson County. Shout out.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
that was something. But you still got some good quarterbacks with Keith and Trey out of Anderson County, and his quarterback, who I've seen toward the second half of that game. Heck, I think is his name. He's pretty good.
Okay.
You know, so you look at the receivers. You got Rembert. You got so many players on that team. But don't sleep on Knoxville.
You know Knoxville's Knoxville.
Knoxville has some dogs.
Knoxville versus everybody, Coach.
Well, that's what they say.
Everybody.
They took
but we
last
was
year.
talking about Clinton, and like I said, you seem pretty busy. I know you got the showcase, but right now, I want to turn the table over to this young man I have to my left of me. This is Mr. Jeff Holloway. I said I seen his name on signs, billboards everywhere. I know all about him. He's a youth director and head coach of the 9U Dragon football. Mr. Holloway, thank you for coming to the show. We're happy to have you.
Appreciate you.
How do you feel about being here? Good.
Feels pretty good. Feels good. It's a good
We
spot
want
to
you
be.
to feel good. So we want you to be uncomfortable because the questions Coach Graham has for you. I hope you're ready.
Let's go.
It's not that. Just want to first of all thank you guys in the youth program. I started off with every youth coach saying pretty much the same thing. Just thank you. We live in a time now that you guys are very important, and ladies are very important in sports and all kind of other activities. The question I have for you: what got you into coaching?
Just an opportunity. A door opened up, and I took it.
Right.
You know, my son was playing baseball. It turned out to be a baseball deal that turned into football.
You know, we've heard that before.
You know,
Yeah,
take the
that's
best
the
road
second
and
row.
go with it. And
Yeah.
that's where I went.
Well, when I know your team, and we're going to talk about the team. Teams made it to the championship,
Yes, sir.
9U championship.
Yep.
That'll be played at Norwood. Is it Norwood Elementary or
It's in middle school,
Norwood Middle School?
which is right behind the elementary, so
Okay.
they're right beside it.
So that game will be played. Let's talk a little bit about that game. You played Cumberland Gap. I found out they the Panthers.
They're the Panthers.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your team and leading up to that game. Just your season and leading up to that game.
You know, it's been a long road, that's for sure. I mean, we're talking a 4-year road to get to
Yes,
this point.
yes.
So not just this year, but you know, we start the season off, felt pretty good. You know, first
Right.
game, get the win, and we kind of took off from there. And you get to about the middle of the road, and we start getting that injury bug.
Right.
You know, so we have
Yeah.
a few games that
Yeah.
kind of struggle. You know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we pull through because that's just kind of the way team we are. You know, we work hard, and that's where we go with it. So we kind of pulled through, and I tell you what, when we got healthy again, we come back on 49-0 on a team. So
That's good.
You know,
Yeah,
that's,
nice.
it felt good to get that
That's
everything
good.
clicking.
That's good. You know, I hang around. I go around to the facility sometime at Clinton, and Coach Keefe and I are real good buddies. And I see you guys in there from the summer on, different age groups around there practicing and getting. Let's talk about your impact, or your team, or your youth group impact in the city as a whole, in regards to the building blocks to get up through junior, middle school to high school, and how what you're doing there can influence that.
Well, that's the overall goal, is to teach them to be a great football player. I mean, my goals for this team, you know, for these kids, is high school state championships.
Right.
Everything starts at that 7U level. So
That's right.
we put a lot into it to make sure that everything's done the right way, and just continue on each year. We'll just add a little bit more to it as we move up, and by the time they leave us, they should be real good middle
ready to
school
go.
players, you know, ready to do that job.
I talked to Coach, 7U coach last week?
Yeah.
Last week, and just talked about, I seen you guys at the 7-on-7 flag football. And being an Oak Ridger from Oak Ridge, it was at Blankenship Field, and just watch the teams compete was really something that's big. You guys combined, used to
Yeah.
South. I know it's not a North. I make that joke, but South Claxton,
Clinton, yeah.
and all the different communities have now combined. Talk about that process, because like you said, it's been a 4-year process. Talk about that process briefly.
Well, the process is kind of, you know, it was when I got into the program, it was always go after everybody else. You know, that's the way it was. And then when I took over, things just kind of started to move the right direction and everything, and people just started to come together. Claxton, you know, I'm not sure what happened there. I just kind of, you know, I think they were losing their field or something
There
like
was
that.
a lot of
So
different,
there was
yeah,
a few
lot of
things,
different
variables in
blocks
that
there, yeah,
situation.
yeah.
South Clinton situation. Not really sure what happened there. You know, I think they just finally just ran out of time, you know, busy life, stuff like that. And
Yeah.
kind of folded in, and we kind of took it over. And it was
good.
the
Yeah.
best thing, you know, best
I
thing to
agree.
happen for the community, for sure.
Last question I usually ask coaches is, what is the most challenging part of being the director and the coach?
Parents.
No.
Somebody's finally said it.
No.
Hey, I'll be honest with you.
I've been
It's parents,
tempted.
but
Everybody went around that question.
we love
Everybody.
them, we hate them.
Thank you.
Truth.
We
That's
were
the
nothing
toughest
without
part.
them, and that is 100% part of it.
Yeah.
And speaking of parents, looks like you brought some parents' kids with you today, Coach.
Absolutely.
Who do you have here with us today?
Number 2 over there, River Hazelhurst.
Hazelhurst, that's a name.
That's a name. I'm telling you. Look
up,
out.
brother?
Here he comes. Number 22, Noah Collins. And then number 31, Wyatt Holloway.
Wyatt.
Wyatt.
Look at the cool. Shout out to Wyatt.
I remember there was a Hazelhurst that was a running back several years ago. There any you any kin to him?
There was a Hazel.
There was a Hazelhurst that was a running back.
Yeah.
That's Dad.
That's his dad? Okay. All right. Well, you want to go ahead and get the commercial real quick, and then we get right back to them.
Hey, I tell you what, we got some exciting news from these young men from Clinton, but I have to pay some bills, so give me a moment, probably about 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm State Farm Agent Scotty Dykes. While the insurance industry has changed over the years, our office offers auto, home, life, mortgages, and many other banking services, including retirement planning. So please give our office a call, text us, or email us, and we'll be happy to do business with you.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
Daniel Forrester has been trusted by Anderson County families for nearly 2 decades. Daniel has appeared in Anderson County Chancery, Circuit, Sessions, and Juvenile Court thousands of times over the past decade. A Rule 31 mediator, Daniel has been trusted to mediate hundreds of cases across Anderson County. A community leader, Daniel has worked closely with local officials to make Anderson County a better place. A conservative and dedicated husband and father, Daniel's faith has shaped his character and integrity. On March 5th, vote Daniel Forrester for Anderson County Chancellor.
Medicare has helped millions of seniors, but it's changed a lot since it started in the 60s. It can be confusing. If Medicare is right around the corner for you, talk to a licensed agent on the Madison Insurance Group Senior Benefits Team. They offer straight talk about Medicare, can make the transition seamless. If you already have a plan, let them take a look at it to make sure you're on the best path forward. Your future is the focus at Madison Insurance Group. Call today.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
Our story starts with a promise made to the communities of East Tennessee. A promise to always look forward, to the horizon, and past it. A promise to help you live well. At Covenant Health, whenever you enter one of our hospitals, visit any of our physicians, or talk to us on the phone, we will welcome you and your family as one of our own. Because it's about you, and it's about time. Covenant Health. For every moment.
Dad always worked hard, and even though he could never tell me exactly what he did at the lab, I knew he was doing it for us. He was always there for me, for all of us. But now it's my turn to keep him safe. It's good to know there's help.
To find out how to get all the benefits you or your loved one has earned with their medical benefits card, call the home option and see how we can help.
Welcome back to another episode, another great, exciting edition of Graham's Gridiron Guidance. We're moving the ball. We have another coach here, Clinton. We had him last week. Welcome in, Coach.
I appreciate you for having me back.
There's only one reason why you're back. Why are you back, Coach?
Man, we got a championship to win this week, so we're going to Norwood along with the Hoppers here, and we both played Cumberland Gap. Both of us last week in Cumberland Gap for the playoffs played really good Campbell County teams. Really good Campbell County teams, very athletic, well coached. It was like an intense game for the JV Hoppers. 12-7, or it was a dogfight, but the whole way. But we got past it. We celebrated that. We're going to Norwood this week, and we're excited. So there's a lot going on in Clinton this week. Saturday, we're having like a send-off at the high school field. We got some buses that the teams are going on.
Wow.
Like police escorts. The whole nine. So we're really excited about the opportunity, and we're ready to go down there and show out this weekend.
I love
Wow, that's what it's about. It's about building programs, and that's how you start. Like Coach said, they're starting 7 on up to build for high school. And that excitement, that's how you build the excitement. You got to start from the ground to get some excitement going, because those kids are going to have an expectation now. Their expectation is championship. 7-year-old, 8, 9 on up. That's the expectation now, Coach.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that Cumberland Gap team. What do you know about them?
So from what I've seen from Cumberland Gap, I've had the chance to watch some film on them, and I've heard about them all season. But they love to throw the ball.
Really?
Which in 7U.
7U?
Oh, that's almost unheard of. But they have a very athletic and quarterback, speed and agility in the backfield. They're probably 60-40 pass.
Really?
Which is amazing, for 7U.
Right.
I got to watch them in the playoffs last weekend on Saturday, and they're very physical, big team, speed, athletes, and they're well coached. We're excited for the opportunity. We're hungry.
Right.
So if you're going to go out there and you're going to be the man, you got to beat the man.
That's
So
right.
The way I see it, Cumberland Gap's the man until Saturday, and then we'll figure it out from there.
Great, Coach. Great, Coach. Now, what time do you guys play on Saturday?
So we play at 1. Like anybody that wants to come out to the high school field in Clinton, we're sending off at 11 o'clock. We're going to start lining up. Me and Coach Holloway have got a players-only meeting that we're going to go out there to that C we talked about last week, players and coaches only, and have a little devotion. Gotcha. And get our minds right, and then at 11:30 we'll head to Norwood for a kickoff at 1. So.
And you say buses, police escort, and everything?
Yeah, everything, the whole
wow.
nine.
Shout out to Clinton.
That's right.
Sean Summers, pay attention. Pay attention, Sean Summers. All right, who we got here with us, Coach?
So Coach Holloway already introduced River Hazelhurst over there. Right beside him is his little brother, Bear Hazelhurst.
What's up, Bear?
He carries the name both of them do from the Hazelhurst that you're talking about.
Special player.
So you see Noah Collins there, and beside him, I had to play some daddy ball this week, but that's my son. This is EJ, and the baseball player that's fallen in love with football this season.
Right, that's what I knew someone else said something about baseball.
Or then right next to him is Wyatt Holloway, who's a baller. I love watching Wyatt play.
Yeah, he has that look.
He has that swag, Coach.
You want to ask him? Go ahead and ask him questions.
I do. Hey, Wyatt, you have the microphone in your hand, buddy. Wyatt, what's it like playing for Coach Jeff?
Well, it's awesome.
Pass the mic to your 22 there. What's your name, buddy?
Noah Collins.
Noah Collins. Put that mic up there. Tell me what you think, and don't say what Wyatt says. What's your true opinion about playing with Coach Jeff?
Good.
It's getting bad for you, Coach. It's dwindling down here. Let's give it over here to River. Is that River? How you feel about playing with Coach Jeff?
Hard as crap.
So I see Coach Kwayu asked this to some kids earlier. If you was imitating him, what would be a sound or something that he says at practice all the time? What would it sound like? Pass it on there. What about you? What would he say?
Hustle.
Hustle, all right.
I'll say get your butt on the ball.
All right, so let's give the microphone to Daddy Ball, Mr. Cox back there. Mr. Cox, I want you to tell me who's your favorite team in college or NFL?
Tennessee.
Go Vols, baby. Give it to your teammate there. What's up, Bear? Who is your favorite NFL or college team?
Chiefs.
The Chiefs. All right, I like that. All right, so final question. I'm going to ask all of you. Tell me who your favorite player is, all time. All time.
Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes.
Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes. What about you, Wyatt?
Could they be retired?
Yeah. All time.
Ray Lewis and Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, man. Yeah, you are a baller. You are a baller. Make sure you put the mic. Tell me who it is. All-time player. Just give him a loogie.
Hendon Hooker and Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah, okay. I like that. Tennessee boys.
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. Did we get Did we get Bear's favorite player?
Alvin Kamara.
Who? Alabama.
Alvin Kamara.
Oh, I thought you said Alabama. We was going to have to take a quick break for a minute.
All right, I'm going to ask this last question. First to the 7U guys. Are y'all going to win on Saturday?
Yes, sir.
All right. let's go with the 9U. Who's going to speak for 9U? Let me guess. All
Mr.
right.
Wyatt.
Are y'all going to win on Saturday?
Heck yeah.
All right.
Hey, man, you guys keep that swag up. One thing I always want to tell all my kids is make sure you keep your schoolwork first. Always say your prayers and do the best you can at home, all right?
Yeah, and I'm going to try to make some money. We have a championship, the 9U team at Clinton in the championship and the 9U team in Oak Ridge in the championship. We're going to try to arrange something so we can play this game.
All right, well, I like that, Coach. I think we can work that out. I like that. I tell you what, Wyatt, we've had a lot of kids on the show, and the guy last week I said was the coolest, but there's nobody with more swag than 31.
Yeah.
Guys, I used to play for the Clinton Dragons when I was your age, and I wore that with pride. We didn't let anybody beat up on us. I don't remember losing a game when I played for Clinton. I hope you guys can be able to come back and bring that tradition back, okay? Yes, sir. Thank you guys for coming on. Well, there you have it. Clinton at its finest. They're doing great things. You heard the man. 1 o'clock, meet down at the high school.
It's like Norwood Middle. Oh, I'm sorry, for the
send-off. For the send-off.
Or it's 11 o'clock at the high school field.
11 o'clock at the high school field. Clinton, you're doing big things, and it starts at the ground up. This is the way you build a program. This is the way you get it rolling. You are there at 11 o'clock. You're going to do that devotion. You're going to send off. You're going to be at Norwood waiting for that championship game. Congratulations. Good luck. I have a commercial to take, and we'll be right back.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
Our story starts with a promise made to the communities of East Tennessee. A promise to always look forward, to the horizon, and past it. A promise to help you live well. At Covenant Health, whenever you enter one of our hospitals, visit any of our physicians, or talk to us on the phone, we will welcome you and your family as one of our own. Because it's about you, and it's about time. Covenant Health. For every moment.
Hi, I'm State Farm Agent Scotty Dykes. While the insurance industry has changed over the years, our office offers auto, home, life, mortgages, and many other banking services, including retirement planning. So please give our office a call, text us, or email us, and we'll be happy to do business with you.
Daniel Forrester has been trusted by Anderson County families for nearly 2 decades. Daniel has appeared in Anderson County Chancery, Circuit, Sessions, and Juvenile Court thousands of times over the past decade. A Rule 31 mediator, Daniel has been trusted to mediate hundreds of cases across Anderson County. A community leader, Daniel has worked closely with local officials to make Anderson County a better place. A conservative and dedicated husband and father, Daniel's faith has shaped his character and integrity. On March 5th, vote Daniel Forrester for Anderson County Chancellor.
Earl Duff Pre-Owned Center in Harriman is your one-stop shop for vehicle sales and service. The Duff family is open for business for everything automotive. We offer fully inspected, dependable pre-owned vehicles, and most come with a powertrain warranty at no extra cost. We also have a complete service department equipped for maintenance and repairs on all makes and models.
Don't settle for less with your next pre-owned vehicle purchase. Come to Earl Duff Pre-Owned Center in Harriman or online at duffpreowned.com.
Dad always worked hard, and even though he could never tell me exactly what he did at the lab, I knew he was doing it for us. He was always there for me, for all of us. But now it's my turn to keep him safe. It's good to know there's help.
To find out how to get all the benefits you or your loved one has earned with their medical benefits card, call the home option and see how we can help.
Medicare has changed a lot since it started in the 60s, and all those changes can make it really confusing. If Medicare is right around the corner for you, talk to a licensed agent on the Madison Insurance Group Senior Benefits team. They'll give you straight talk about Medicare. They can make the transition seamless. If you already have a plan, they can take a look to make sure you're on the best path forward. Your future is the focus at Madison Insurance Group. Call today.
Welcome back to another wonderful, great episode of Graham's Gridiron Guidance. I'm your host, Coach DJ Pendergrass, here with the legend, Coach Kwayu Graham. And we also brought in another young legend from Oak Ridge, helping at the Oak Ridge Boys and Girls Club. He has a wonderful, is it 9U team?
9U.
Sean Miller, welcome to the show.
Hey, I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
How's it feel to be a Wildcat?
Oh, there's nothing like it. Nothing like it. Would never trade it for the world.
Absolutely.
Ever.
People would say at one point Oak Ridge Boys and Girls Club was on a downward spiral.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen over the past couple of years it's been on an upward spiral, and I think you have a lot to do with that. What is your role at the Boys and Girls Club, and how have you helped contribute with bringing the pride, the tradition back to where it's supposed to be?
So I am the football commissioner for the Oak Ridge Boys and Girls Club. So I just take an integral part in really trying to bring that tradition back by getting involvement, bringing the community spirit back.
Absolutely.
You know, we made some changes with credit Sean Summers, definitely.
Absolutely.
Aaron Webb, that's down there. We made changes to really get people involved who are invested in the kids. Mm-hmm. Who do understand the game of football, mm-hmm. and we want to continue to grow to be like a feeder program to work it into the middle schools, and therefore building it up into the high schools to keep building that future for these kids, you know. So definitely.
Right. Go ahead.
Back when I was coaching and even played ball, actually I played Little League in Clinton, but when I started coaching was at Oak Ridge High School. Oak Ridge Boys and Girls Club. There was an East and West. Even at one point, it was so many kids signed up and went East, Central, and West, mm-hmm. but for the most part, it's been East and West. How is that? We know we're losing football players by the year, each year, by the year. So how has that combined it, East and West, favorite for the Oak Ridge program?
You know what? It has been a boost. It's really been a boost. What it does is it's actually created that community feel. Mm-hmm. So these kids get to know one another from different schools. Yeah. They engage after schools, you know, when they go to the high school football games. Mm-hmm. These kids are engaged with one another, so you don't have the separation and the cliques.
Right.
It's caused them to work better.
Absolutely.
Cause them to work better.
Absolutely. And I said that a long time ago, even in the basketball program, I always believed it, and I see they're doing that now. Not that we're going to talk about basketball, but I always said if this community can come together with one Oak Ridge Wildcat team. The middle school has one Oak Ridge Wildcat baseball team. How do you feel about bringing the forces of Robertsville and Jefferson without doing away with Robertsville and Jefferson, but bringing one Oak Ridge Wildcat middle school football team together? How would you feel about that?
Oh, I would love it. I would love it. You know, one of the things about it is sixth graders kind of limited playing time a little bit because they don't have the experience. What that would actually do is that would actually bring them in. They can get the additional experience. So then when they transition to the 7th, 8th grade, hey, they're there.
Yes.
You know, and they understand what it's about.
Right.
Because again, you get these kids, they play with one another, they play for one another. And you know, and again, they can be cross town in Oak Ridge, it doesn't matter. They're going to play together. And that's what you want. You want that camaraderie, especially when you get to the high school. That was something that we had growing up. That really helped us. I went to Jefferson. Other counterparts, they went to Robertsville. But we did things together. And when we got to the high school, it was already sort of, I heard the stories, people saying, hey, when this group actually gets to the high school, they will win it all.
Right.
And we did because we worked together.
Right.
We worked together and we just kept going. So there wasn't that separation. I would love it. That would be a major step, definitely in the right direction to keep Oak Ridge fed.
Right. And to keep Jefferson and Robertsville a part of that, you know, that finds your gems, you know.
Absolutely.
You got more kids coming out because, you know, we got the best players is going to eliminate some of the players that's on the fence.
Absolutely.
So those kids will now come out and play for Robertsville and Jefferson. Oak Ridge has one powerhouse middle school, and then there's gems that you can bring up along with it.
That's it.
Yeah, I would like that.
How are they going about, as far as, like you said, having that combined team before they go up to the middle school? I know that was real hard, and that's kind of, to me, that's the need of those 6th grade kids that's going to miss out. Are y'all working to try to make that a possibility?
We are. We tried to launch a 6th grade team. We did it kind of late, so we were kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit. We did have kids sign up for it, but we just didn't have enough. And don't get me wrong, Robertsville, Jefferson, they do a phenomenal job of talking with the kids, and the kids, they get invested, so they're there. But, you know, the real need is felt that, hey, if they can get these additional one
more year
together,
right.
You know, working to develop, woo, hey.
Sky's the limit.
Absolutely.
You know, and I see, just to piggyback on that, one thing that has to happen, and I'll say this, because I've been there and I've been part of programs and helped build some programs. Everyone has to have a seat at the table. Everyone. If you truly, and this is going out to Coach Rank personally, if you truly want to build something, have everyone at the table. Because from flag football all the way up, if they feel connected, it brings about that team, that bond, that they have something to play for. It's great to have 40 kids on middle school teams. That looks good, but is it benefiting? Not that they're not. I mean, that's great. I mean, if I was, well, I probably would have played, you know, but if I was a kid and I knew I wasn't going to get to play a whole lot in middle school, I still get to wear the jersey. I still get to go to school pep rally, you know, so that's a benefit. But we have to, if we're truly looking at opportunity to build a great program, then everyone has to be at the table. Because if you're at the table, if you're not at the table, you don't know what they're cooking.
That's right.
But more importantly, you don't know if the food good.
That's right. That's right.
All right, so we need everyone at the table because we don't want that misconnect. From last year they played 5th grade at the boys club. I mean, boys club is 5th grade. We don't want that disconnect from 5th grade to 7th grade, and it's a lot of things that can influence kids these days. When I was growing up, we had ping, boop, boop. now they have video games that are real.
Go to your friend's house to play video games.
Yeah, you can play with them. Right at your. Another thing they have is these phones where I could just find out about these things called reels. That'll keep you for 2 hours.
Oh, I got 1 million views
or longer.
I'll be dang. Let's go ahead. I just want to say this before we get to the players over here. I just want to tell you that I'm very proud of you. I kind of know the journey.
Yeah.
We did talk. Have talked before, and you guys, as a director, you're doing a great job. As a coach, this season you put a lot on your plate. But the passion was there. And if I said anything, it was that trust you and believe in you. You got a good group around you and great coaching staff. I do everything from afar, and I'm watching. And just where you at today shows the work and the passion that you and your coaches put through. And I say this to any fans, it's something that Clinton has a bus with police escort that's going to take them to their game.
Message.
Instead of hitting me on Facebook, why don't y'all get together and do that for the old Gridge team?
Yes. Message.
Don't challenge me. I'm challenging you to do something for them this Saturday.
Absolutely.
Let's see what you're really about. Absolutely. Or are you just some Facebook posters?
Facebook posters.
All right. Let's see what we're really about. Let's see if we're really about Old Gridge football.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much.
Tell us about these players, man.
So, hey, phenomenal players. One thing, let me definitely say, because you're absolutely right. The season that we're having, we are going to the championship. We play Saturday. Wouldn't be possible without the coaching staff that came out. They wanted to do it. Mm-hmm. They're passionate about it. They're passionate about the kids. So I will say, hey, second to none. Second to none for what we have for these kids. But about the kids, you know what? Special group.
Yeah, you said that.
I've coached several of them, a lot of them, for multiple years. But I will tell you, this year, the mentality of these kids this year is, hey, championship. Right. We are champions. We're going to conduct ourselves as such. One thing that we definitely always say, we don't talk about it. We be about it. And that's really it. So with all the social media things that happen and people, and it's fun. It's all fun and games. But, this group, parents, especially the parents, they phenomenal job of not saying a word. A lot. I do have one. I won't shout her out, though. But I do have one. But phenomenal job of really just buying in.
Right.
They bought in, and it showed. They come to work. We get it done. They have fun. So,
yeah. I tell my guys, which they've kind of adopted you. Austin East Baby Roadrunner program has adopted your 9U team because every other age division is Baby Roadrunner. Yeah. And I would tell, and all those kids that coach those teams played for me. Mm-hmm. And they'll tell you that I say, now they do a lot of talking. They know how I was. Yes. The game's going to be played. The game's going to be played. Yeah. Unless the good Lord above says no, the game's going to be played. We don't have to talk about it. We'll be there.
That's it.
And that's what I love. That I do love that about your program. Like I said, I watch from afar. Now, who we got here? I know some of these cats. I've seen some of them around at one of my camps, I think.
Yeah, I've seen several of them for a few years. That kid on the front left, that boy got some wheels.
Who we got here, Coach?
All right, so I'm gonna start on the very left, and look, guys, when I call your name, give us a wave. Give us a wave. So, Braylon Nip, there you go.
Yep.
Rick Gates Jr.
Got those wheels, Coach.
And back there, Caleb Malone.
Special.
Yeah.
Tyrell Williams.
That's the young stud right there, Coach.
Good group of kids.
Lyndon Booker.
His daddy was slow.
And that last one, that one's mine. That one's William Miller. Right there.
Yeah, as that guy Bubba Dub says, never.
Welcome, guys, to the show. Welcome.
Now, who we have here first? Where the microphone? Me. Right there? Little Duke.
Yeah, little Duke.
All right. Now, tell me this: who's your favorite pro football player?
Max Crosby.
Really good. Pass it on. What about you, Mr. Quarterback?
Patrick Mahomes.
I can see that.
Tyreek Hill.
I had a bunch said his name.
Lamar Jackson.
Who?
Lamar Jackson.
That's one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders.
There you go.
There we go.
Tyreek Hill.
Who?
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. Oh, yeah, he can fly. He can fly. Now, tell me about what is it like playing for Coach Miller? West, that's something who I got it on.
I think it's really good. I like it.
Yeah, you better. You gotta go home and eat.
I think it's good.
All right.
It's pretty good.
Hey, what's your daddy say at home?
It's good. It's good because he always challenges us.
Nice.
He works us, but it's good.
It's good. That's what it's all about.
Now, talk to us about this game. Who do y'all play on Saturday?
Halls.
Halls? What you know about Halls? Are they a good team?
In the middle.
I like that.
All right. Pass it on. Mr. Quarterback, you excited about the game Saturday?
Yes.
What do you think about the game?
It's gonna be good.
All right. Pass it on.
We're probably gonna win like we did last time.
All right. All right.
I think we're gonna beat them like we did when we went against them the first time.
I think it's gonna be a blowout.
All right. Now, keep the microphone. I'm going to ask y'all this. Now, I'm going to finish with this. Tell me about it. Are y'all ready to walk down the steps in a couple years for the Wildcats?
Yes.
What's exciting about that? All the people get the patchy pads? That's what y'all looking forward to? Give the microphone. Say it again.
It's like we're probably famous.
Like you're famous. I tell you what. Y'all take care of business on Saturday, you will be famous. You will be famous. All right? So good luck to you guys and bring it back home. Y'all got me?
Yes.
Because I know when we played back in the days, we went over to Knoxville and took all their trophies and plaques. Start that trend again, all right? Good luck to you.
Hey, I got one question for you guys. Who the big 9U?
We are.
Good luck, guys. Like I tell everybody, make sure you keep your grades up, right? If a parent's talking, where's your eyes? If the teacher's talking, where's your eyes? If the coach is talking, where's your eyes? What's your lips doing? It'll take you far.
And if you can't, just lick them. That'll keep you quiet.
It'll take you far, guys. Keep those grades up and good luck, you guys. All right. Coach, good job, man.
Oh, good job. You ran the floor today.
Man, thank you, Coach. I appreciate that.
All right.
I appreciate that.
All right, I am excited. I'm very proud of Sean and what he's doing, his staff, and he's put a lot in this.
Yeah.
He's put a lot in this. People just don't know
the back end.
The back end.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And we were there, and then you talking about a guy that'll give you a call, Coach. And I'm not the easiest person to slow down and find, but Coach, let's get together. Coach, I'm thinking of this.
Right.
What do you think? And he took his plan. He ran his plan.
Yeah.
He got a good group of guys around him, and they reaping the benefits.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and like he was talking, and I did that intentionally today because this is my platform.
Yeah, absolutely.
And building programs is something that I have done. And for him, you don't hear or see a lot. You just, when they said the 9U, I said, I didn't know their record. I didn't even know. I knew he was doing well.
Right.
But I kept hearing who coaches. Oh, yeah, that's them. That's Sean's team.
Right.
And so
you see all these other age groups showing on social media, but that
not a bad thing.
Right.
It's a good thing because it's bringing out a lot of attention.
Right. But that age group.
But that group just kind of do what they do.
Yeah.
The boxer, the Mexican boxer, just beat one of the brothers, Charlo brothers, the other day.
Yeah, I can't get his name. I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
that.
he's one that does the same thing.
Yeah.
He just keeps doing it, and they get to the championship. But to those guys, I'm just proud of the whole program. Every age group competed.
Yes.
Really, really proud of. I kept up with the 8U. the 10U. All those teams were in the playoffs and had opportunities.
Yes,
and that's all you can ask. You know, I'm very proud of each one of them. Sean is the director, and he's done a great job. Sean Summers has really invested and put into the program.
Absolutely.
So good luck to those guys. And like I said, I am challenging somebody. Let's get a bus for our kids.
Yeah.
And make sure that they and a police escort.
Yeah.
If that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's do that. You know, let's get together and do positive things and give these kids. Not many people make it to championships. That's not easy.
That's right.
And they're there. Let's make this big.
Absolutely.
Because that's what makes you want to do it again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That builds tradition, that builds pride, that builds integrity, and that's just what makes everybody wants to come along. So shout out to Clinton, though, you know, for pushing that through to make that happen, you know, to even think about it, right? And we've been talking about it since week one, community involvement in the program.
That's the key.
You look at your Cofields, you look at your Maryvilles.
Yes, Rockwood.
Yes, Rockwood.
Yes.
The community involvement is everything. So, Oak Ridge, the challenge is out. Clinton, good job. Good job.
All right, let's get ready. Now we're in the real part of the season.
It's 0-0.
0-0. The weather's going to get a little nippy.
Yes.
Got a little cough at practice, rubbing your hands. You don't want to get caught in the shade.
Yes.
Move toward the sun in practice. So it's playoff time.
Yes, sir.
It's playoff time.
Yes,
and we're
sir.
going to look at the playoff brackets and kind of go through them with our regional teams.
Absolutely.
And just kind of talk through who they're playing and seeing the possibility of who will play who next.
And while we're doing that, guys, the phone lines are open. If you have any questions for the guru here, Coach Kwayu Graham, please don't hesitate to call in, 865-483-8112, or you can call toll-free at 866-412-8112. So who do we have, Coach? Where are we starting at there?
We're going to start 1A. Well, first, let's look at last week's games real quick.
Okay. There were some good games last week. Cofield took care of Rockwood convincingly, 27-12. Anderson County is still putting up the points. I want to know how many points they have at this point. But they took care of South Door pretty easily, 56-10. Clinton, they had an amazing game. Heritage just came back in the second half. Looked like they came back and they put a good plan together. They got within one touchdown, but they couldn't put it all the way together.
Goins got going.
Goins got going.
Yes.
Goins.
Yeah, Goins got going. And back to South Door, Anderson County. South Door can score. Their quarterbacks and their passing game, they can score.
Yeah.
Anderson County's done a great job.
Absolutely.
Defending them.
Absolutely. It looks like Oak Ridge clinched the region.
Yes.
Took care of Campbell County, 55-28. It was a good game there. And Harriman, I think, played their last game. Neither one of these guys entered the playoffs, Sunbright or Harriman. But Harriman has a terrific season, a young team.
Yep.
So I look forward to what they're going to do in the next few years.
Nucleus coming back.
And you said you wouldn't bet against Tom Brady, and you wouldn't bet. Was it Maryville?
Yeah, I said I would never bet against Maryville if I'm playing them. I just wouldn't bet that.
You just wouldn't bet that day. And you said that about Alcoa.
Yes.
And I did take the underdogs at Kingston, but obviously Alcoa took care of business there. Midway and Oakdale. Oakdale slid by Midway. Coach, Oakdale started off really good. Did they have injuries? I know I asked you that several weeks ago.
I think Coach said it's more numbers things. They had some games or they lost opportunities. You know, the big game. I forgot what game it was.
Okay.
But they have a player that's in the rivalry showcase.
Nice.
So,
the Nehemiah kid, right?
Yes. So
right.
That's good for them.
The phone lines are still open, 865-483-8112. You can give us a call here. Greenback, Oliver Springs. They got the ball rolling, and I made a post about, and I even said it on here, they need to get 3 and 11 more involved. Mm-hmm. Number 11 received 3 catches, over 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. And on defense, he had like 6 tackles and a tip pass. I think they got number 11 involved, Coach.
Well, yeah, you told him.
I told him it makes a difference. So, but like I said, I know Coach Biggs and those guys. They always had it in the plan. And I told everybody, I'm being positive. I think they hired them for the playoffs. So hopefully they'll continue that.
Well, what the biggest thing about that is after the emotional game against Coalfield, which they lost, they came back and right before the playoffs. they came back and took care of business.
Yeah, no
That's
doubt.
always big.
No doubt. Shout out to the Springs. Those are my guys. Bledsoe County and Oneida. Oneida couldn't put up the points. It looked like they left for donuts, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
And Wartburg Tellico Plains put on a good game, displayed a good game for the fans. 31-25, Wartburg takes that. And that pushes us right on to Class 1A in the playoffs.
Well, you can't see this up here, but I'm gonna just talk it. I'm gonna talk it through. First round, you got Cloudland versus Greenback. Cloudland is a proud program, and they do a great job of playing. And if you're playing up there, it's different.
Absolutely.
That mountain air gets to you.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's going to be a tough game for Greenback. Hopefully, they can pull it back this way. Oliver Springs plays North Green. Another good game.
Yeah.
I think Oliver Springs take care of business and get to the second round. They can actually go pretty far.
Well, I think Oliver Springs needs to work on each week, right? And just focus on each week. I think if they get their head set on round 3, round 1 would be tough for them.
Right. Rockwood is playing good ball now.
Yeah.
They're playing good ball, and I seen Jellicoe early, watched a little bit of their game early. Thing with Jellicoe is you can't turn the ball over.
Right.
You know, if you do what you do and you're able to, if Rockwood play their game, then they have a chance to win that game. And then Coalfield is Coalfield.
Yeah.
You won't talk about any challenges to them to round 3.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
And let's go on to
all they do is win, Coach.
All they do is win. Coach Nate Pratt does a great job.
Yeah.
2A. I'll just talk it through. 2A, you have Hampton and Polk County. Oneida will play Happy Valley. Matter of fact, they'll go up to Happy Valley, which is Northeast Tennessee.
Yeah.
Be a tough game there. They do a great job. I know their coaches. They do a great job there. So let's look at, I think that's all our teams. Yeah, that's it. Let's look at 3A. I don't know if we have any 3A.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give a shout out to Kingston Middle School program as well as Coalfield Middle School program.
Yeah.
I think they took the championship, so congratulations to those guys. And also as far as Rockwood Middle School, they went undefeated all the way into the playoffs. The last game they played, I don't remember the name, but Rockwood Community, we're praying for you. Their coach, it was said he got real sick. I don't know the diagnosis, so I don't want to speculate here on live TV. But we are praying for the community at Rockwood. He got sick at halftime, Coach, and they wound up losing that game.
Wow.
Yeah, so but great season to you guys. You guys have a powerful team. Praying for the community and the coach, and we hope to see them healthy and back out there next year taking care of business.
All right, in Kingston, they'll go to Johnson County. They'll play the winner Gatlinburg, Pittman, and Union County.
Okay.
Kingston could make a run to see Alcoa again in the quarterfinals.
That'd be nice.
So Kingston have a great. Even my old team, Austin East, will play Unicoi County, which is not in our region, but I have to shout them out as well.
Right, absolutely. Good shout out. Good shout out. And congratulations. It's been a tough road for AE, and it's mostly been the parents, the adults.
Well, you can say the adults, but it's also been 38 kids that are playing and starting at other schools.
Say that number again, Coach.
38.
I said it on a platform the other day. Yeah, but if they all come back home, those schools wouldn't be able to touch AE. So,
well, the thing is, let's just look at the youth program. Every team is in the championship.
Every age group.
The 8th grade team lost in the championship to get ready for Farragut. Farragut is going to be that 8th grade team is very good.
They're nice.
And the Baby Roadrunners put up a fight. But the team that's very talented is the 7th grade team, what they call the JV. They won it. But every team is in the championship on Saturday.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's what's going on with all Sneaks. But they're not in our county. In our county, in 4A, we have one of my favorite programs is Anderson County. You know, and I just think Anderson County has found it. You have a new quarterback coming in a new system. We knew he was talented. It takes time for that to mature.
Absolutely.
And he has matured with their system. And now get ready.
Yeah.
Get ready for that team to make a run.
Absolutely. Horns up.
All right. 5A. 5A. You have, let me see.
It's exciting in 5A.
Well, 5A, Oak Ridge right now playing very well. They look the part.
Yeah.
Oak Ridge looked the part. They have coaches who have been there and have done it.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be playing very well together.
Yeah.
And that's big. Other Clinton goes to McMinn County. And Clinton, you know, I'm going to say this again. Clinton is a team that if they get it, if they're on, then they're going to be tough. They're getting better defensively, and the truth of the matter is, last year they were the number 1 or 2 offense in 5A football, and they didn't lose hardly anybody.
Yeah.
So it's there.
Yeah.
But they just gotta do it.
Right.
They have to do it. So they go to McMinn County, which is there. It's going to be tough. It'll be a tough place to play. They're physical, well coached.
Yes.
Well coached. Out of all the teams in this bracket, that's who would scare me the most.
McMinn County.
For Clinton.
Yeah.
For Clinton.
Yeah.
Because of McMinn's County ability to punt. I mean, ability to run the football, and their kicking game is great.
Yeah.
And Clinton hasn't been very good at stopping the run.
Yeah.
So they did a better job against Lenoir City, and they're gotten better throughout the year, but they have trouble stopping the run. If you're throwing it around, Clinton has athletes to make plays.
Right.
But Clinton offense has to score. Every opportunity they have to score. Oak Ridge and East Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
East Hamilton will have some players. They have a receiver that's pretty good. I got a film. Someone sent me a film that kind of evaluate him, and so they'll have some players. They'll be sound. But right now, Oak Ridge is playing. One thing in the playoffs, you got to be able to play good defense.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to run the football.
Period. And they can do both.
Their defense gets to the ball, and they have a running back that can run the football.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Moving on to 6A, which we don't have anyone in the area, but I just talk about a couple of games that I'm interested in. I'm actually interested in Merrillville. I want to see what Merrillville does. They got beat this last game after getting a lot of guys back healthy. Mm-hmm. They beat Alcoa. That was
huge for them.
And then lose to, on the last second, they lost to Farragut.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they lost Farragut on a field goal. So I'm interested to see what happens with them. And but the team in this bracket is Bradley Central.
Yeah.
And Merrillville may see Bradley Central in the second round.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Brad Merrillville they started out slow and they got a good push. So always looking out for Merrillville program, can never doubt those guys. So
right. They had a lot of injuries, a lot of serious injuries, and but they're well coached. And I always call them pedigrees. They're a pedigree program. They're champions. They know how to win. So you never really count teams like that out. But it's exciting time. This is it. This is it. One of the things I do like is a thing on Facebook. I think it is called Finish the Drill, and they have the moving van to pick up
the equipment.
Yeah, inventory time.
Beck.
So
Beck.
Yeah,
shout out
man.
to Beck. Yeah,
but
shout out to
I
Beck.
also want to get a shout out to someone that's very, very, very special to me, and she been through a lot. I'm getting her personal business out, but this person, despite what she's been through, she's always there with a smile.
Mm-hmm.
She's always saying something positive, and that's Miss Amanda Stewart. And I just wanted to, and this came about when someone, I know I got a minute and a half, 2 minutes, but I'm gonna get this out. This came about, someone from East Tennessee State called me, where are they now type deal, and players that played there and things like that, and we're talking as a coach and the fans you had here in Johnson City, and they start talking about different things like that, and of course my mother is my biggest fan, but there's some people in this community that I grew up in that always, and I'm not gonna mention all the names, don't have the time, but she's one that has always been encouraging to me just by the way she was.
Yeah.
And I seen her at church, and I said, please watch my show, because you have to give people their flowers.
Right.
And I just want to give her, because just her strength every day.
Yes.
Not for what she been through, but that she always had.
Yeah.
The smile, and behind the scenes,
absolutely,
she does a lot, and you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
And just want to tell her thank you for all what you mean to me, and also prayers up for I call her my sister, Brenda Turner.
Yes.
And
how's she doing now?
She's getting better.
Good.
She's getting better. We talked a couple days ago, but she's getting better. Good. And be loved. We're praying for you, sister.
Absolutely. Guys, we really appreciate you guys always tuning in. I don't have any more time to take any calls, but make sure you stay tuned in. If you're watching this podcast right now, somebody missed it, somebody forgot the time, make sure you take the time to share it. You folks out there in Clinton, get on board. Make sure you're at that. I think the high school field, 11 o'clock, do the devotion. Follow them out. Oak Ridge, you have a challenge to do the same thing. You know, let's get a bus, let's get a police escort, and let's really support what we have going on here in this community, right? So that's going to be a big thing. Also, if you get time, the showcase, the Rivalry Showcase.
Rivalry Showcase is coming up. I will talk a little bit more about that and take more calls next week. So start giving us a call. Yeah. So we can talk a little football and talk about what's going on in this area with high school and youth football.
Absolutely. I always appreciate you guys. We're here. I have something special to tell you, but you'll find it next week right here on Graham's Gridiron Guidance.